Do my mics check? Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Hey, real quick, and I was gonna bring this up on the live just to fuck with you, Lamont. But Am, I don't even know if you know this full story.
Are
Uh
we're live now,
we're
bro?
live now. Yes, I
Yeah,
won't tell
you
the story
wild.
now. I didn't hit the
That's what I was
record
looking at. I was
button.
like, hey, he
No,
wild.
I saw the email popped up saying that we live.
All right.
But I won't say the story. I'll tell it at the end. But it was your birthday, Lamont. And me and you were in the parking lot. Lamont was just coming back out of the club when we was in the lot. This is years ago.
Dorses?
No. I don't remember where we were. I'm sure the spot ain't
South
open no more. Who?
was it the South Side?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't
Look at
remember
that
much.
laugh. Look at his laugh, fam.
You know
Damn, that
exactly
was
what I'm
sinister
talking
shit.
about, boy. I was, and Am, you were there. You just weren't there for the whole.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
you
just
were
say
there
that
that
would have been another hangover movie.
Oh man. But just for you. Just for you. Alright, we live. We in a building. I'm not exposing today. If he was a Laker fan, I would have told it all. But we had a crazy week of sports. Probably the best week of football. A lot of basketball stuff that went down. But we're gonna first get into the home team. And Vegas don't have no basketball team, so nothing with them. Bucks basketball. So last week, I always kind of try to recap the week before what we missed. So they played 500 ball. They beat Detroit, lost to the Pacers, lost to the Magic, and we beat Chicago. Right now we 6-4. We got Toronto next. Now we did beat the Bulls, like I said. We beat them 118-109. Why, to me, this game was so historic is we out rebounded Chicago 53-47, which, in my opinion, is an accomplishment because I think it changed the whole dynamic of the basketball game. They weren't getting, I wish I would have looked up second chance points, but I didn't. I'm curious to see what that would have fell under because it looked like with taking the advantage with rebounding, changed the whole complexion of the game. And just real quick, another thing, Giannis had 35, 11, 2. And the biggest thing, he only had 3 turnovers. It's like lately he's been turning the ball over like crazy. So he kind of kept that under control. Middleton did what he was supposed to do with his minutes. He had 13, 6, and 2. Dame, though, 12, 3, and 5, shooting 3 of 17.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Point out Bobby had 19, 10, and 2. I think Bobby probably made the difference of that ball game personally. And pointing out the biggest elephant in the room, Lopez 5 rebounds. I mean, Bucks 17th in rebounds.
Oh,
We slightly
Lopez.
below average on that scale, and it really shouldn't. I feel like it shouldn't be that bad. So I guess
He
my
can't
first
move, bro. We can't blame him for something he can't do.
mm, my first question, I'm letting that go because, like I said, dude, if you can get 5 rebounds, I feel like you can get 8. At minimum. Like it just seems to me little to no effort of getting rebounds. But coaching should be putting him in better positions where he's boxing out, grabbing boards, playing big man ball. You know, and we did another huge thing that we did was we got 38 bench points, which was I think really big too because our benchmen slacking. They got to
No,
start
I
hitting
agree. And I
shots.
also you got to throw out there too the points off turnovers. We had 22 points off turnovers,
Mm.
which I feel like that was important. And then the thing with the rebounding is that they had 18 offensive rebounds to our 13. And I felt like them offensive rebounds was getting them reload because they shot terrible. I
Yes.
felt like that's what kept them in the game was the offensive rebounding. and reloads for threes and things like that.
And no big scorer. Like, people, I've been hearing people complain all the time that everybody get off, pause, on Milwaukee.
Yeah, they
and
do.
this time that didn't really happen.
And I'll agree with that, but you also have to acknowledge the Stars of Chicago don't want to be there no more. So they're not really playing.
Rebuilding. But you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you discredit this win with that blasphemy. Okay, we're not having that,
But
Lamont.
there is some validity though to that though, Mike, because they're trying to trade. They keep trying to trade Levine. They trying to trade DeRozan. They trying to trade us, Alex Caruso.
No, and I'm in agreement. But y'all not making me sober from this Bucks high. Is all I'm saying. Don't try to sober me up
I've been on
facts and reality. What the hell?
I think I've been on point with the Bucks so far.
When you name all the bad stuff.
Yeah, well, it's been bad.
Yeah, but you can't be, you like that. I used to know this chick who used to always point out the bad side. Like, I'll get a new car and she'll say some shit like, well, those cars do have a lot of depth to them. I'm like, can you just be happy that I got a car? You got to tell me. Can you just tell me something good?
Oh.
Can you sweeten me up a little bit, Lamont, please?
No.
I already knew that was coming. Nah.
DeRozan and Levine didn't even seem
engaged. They not engaged.
So wait. Question. If you could pick one player from Chicago that you could trade for, but you got to give up somebody for equal value, though, who would it be? Lamont first, since you're in this deep thought look.
I don't know that we have anything of equal value.
I mean, money-wise, it would have to make sense, is what I'm saying. Like with money,
Middleton.
They probably gonna be
Middleton
because they're gonna probably rebuild. So player quality won't probably matter to them that much,
As bad as I would want to have DeRozan on the team, I know that the Bulls aren't going to take Middleton because then they'll be locked in, big money player.
Well, it's all hypothetical. It's all hypothetical.
Yeah, I would want Caruso.
Caruso, defender,
energy guy.
And I can't say much about him, but I understand. We don't have that scrappy player anymore.
Well, let's not say that now. We got Andre Jackson Jr. I think he's scrappy.
Was he scrappy playing 8 minutes a game? I mean,
right.
That's fair. That's fair. But whenever he's in the game, he has an impact, though.
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, I think though there's a difference between an energy player and a scrappy player. Like, I don't know, and I could be wrong, but I'm kind of more referring to getting somebody face, hard fouls, doing the stuff that maybe Giannis and Dame couldn't do. That kind
and Caruso isn't just that. He'll give you some points.
Yeah, he can hit a couple threes.
He's all right.
No, he wouldn't have to give it. Like, let me say this: I will give up Pat and or Beasley to get Caruso.
Yeah,
I really would give them both because we can open up space for the young guys.
Can we just throw Robin Lopez in there? Like, how are you not in? He can just be included.
We don't have a backup center. We do need some form of backup center.
Call me. You can use me better than you can use Robin Lopez.
Oh,
I can give 6 fouls. You know what I'm saying? And not score.
Yeah, I would want Caruso or well, you said the Bulls.
Yeah, no, it got to
be. Beasley is an expiring contract, so I would try to ship him and some picks maybe for
Caruso.
the center.
Oh,
Williams?
No, Juracek or whatever.
He was killing us Monday. He was killing us.
Yep.
I like
Yeah.
his game. I like his game.
Yeah, but he don't play no defense either, though. That's his problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But he'll grab boards and he can stretch the floor.
I don't know what kind of contract
Yeah.
that man has either. If he
It
has a
ain't
large
crazy.
That's true.
contract,
It ain't crazy though.
oh yeah, then he could work. That's crazy. Pat Connaughton had more rebounds than Brooke Lopez, mind you.
Man, Bucks
Yeah,
Nation
Pat,
won't
Pat
pack
had a
on
Pat
yesterday.
had a pretty solid line too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He was
6.6
yeah.
rebounds. He had a
But he
few
was like 1 of
assists.
3 though. 1 of 3 shooting.
Yeah, but he actually got to the free throw line. We
Yeah.
gotta pay homage for that. He got to the
Yeah,
free throw
very
line a
true.
couple
Very
times,
true.
which was amazing.
But I still like to see more Beauchamp and AJ Green.
That's why we need to trade Connaughton or Beasley, bro. We gotta open up. We
But
gotta
it's
open
it
up
up because you can
playing time.
sample, but you can sample things out to see if it
But
works.
that's what they're doing now. Like Beauchamp had 20 minutes yesterday.
Right, but AJ Green ain't played in 3 games, if that. What I'm saying though, and I guess I'm kind of pivoting into this question is this team too talented for a rookie coach to coach?
Possibly. I just like to point this out though. We was talking about Pat, and salute to Pat for having Pat Connaughton had 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He played 29 minutes and had 6 points.
Yeah, and I think that that's a problem.
Beauchamp played 20 minutes and had 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block.
But you got to remember too that I don't know if Pat Connaughton can create his own shot. Like he can off a screen, catch and shoot, open 3 look, but can he really come off the dribble and do something?
Nah, man.
And that's what I'm saying. But that's why Pat Connaughton is only limited to what another player is going to give him.
Well, here's my opinion on that whole conversation is we really don't need another person to score.
We need defense.
Because we need defense and rebounds. Like between Middleton, Giannis, and Dame, we're good on scoring, or should be good on scoring. If whoever else can give us pretty much what Pat gave us or what Bobby gave us, we good. But we can't get that consistently.
But again, I am circling back to coaching now because how much is that playing its part? Like I said, you just said Pat got how many minutes?
29.
He had 29 minutes and shot the ball 3 times. And all I'm saying is you couldn't cut his minutes to get in like AJ Green or to give Jackson more minutes. Like, is Pat Connaughton that huge of an asset?
Out there to both of y'all regarding that. Is it a possibility? Now, I'm not saying this is just thinking off the top of the dome. What if management is putting pressure on Griffin to play the veterans?
That could happen. Owner can trump.
Or in order to prove that these players they don't function in his system, that he's playing them extensive minutes to show management, look, I'm playing these guys. They can't play in the system. But look, when we put Beauchamp and Andre Jackson Jr. in, look at what they're producing in limited time. These are the guys I need on the floor. It's almost like maybe it's a showcase.
That's possible. However, I did notice on the last game, and we talked about this, is where I think it's maybe coaching, and at least in this aspect, if you were noticing Lamont during that game, there were huge gaps where Giannis and Dame weren't playing at the same time. Like he would have Giannis in, and I'm assuming it's allowing Giannis to take more control. Dame in, he's anticipating the same thing from him. But he wasn't, they weren't in at the same time, and that's coaching. And I think a lot of stuff that I see, I attribute to coaching. So I think you may be right, but I think that he's just I still think Griffin is making poor decisions. And he don't got that Stotts type player anymore who can guide him.
Yeah.
coach, yeah, that can guide him and put him in a better position and make better decisions, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think he's in a pressure situation.
For
I
sure.
think it would be a lot different if the Dame trade wasn't made. But now that you got this Dame trade, he's under pressure, man.
Yeah,
He
and he
has to
wasn't there when
produce.
Dame got traded. You know, that was before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks made a huge mistake, man. I mean, you let Darvin Ham walk. Nick Nurse wanted the job, but you hire his assistant. You got Vin Baker on the bench. Give Vin Baker the interim job.
Now, this is
You know,
another, that's a very good when you said the interim job. See, now I think that the Bucks can finesse things because you're not going to be able to fire coach, hire, and fire again. You just don't do that in any. But what you could do, if you let Griffin go early, you can get an intern there to see what they can do. And if it don't work out, then instead of, firing him, you just say he's not the intern anymore. We're getting our official head coach in there. And that way you can kind of play around.
well, what I would have done personally is first we have to understand that Coach Bud wasn't making adjustments, but he had the Bucks on the top every year and won a championship.
Coaching.
Last year we had Giannis injury, and then Coach Bud was going through his personal stuff with his brother.
Mm-hmm.
I would have brought him back. I would have brought him back fresh, see what he can do, and then we could have always hired Griffin. He wasn't going nowhere.
True.
I would have ran with Bud because they was playing defense. They were playing a lot better brand of basketball. See what he could do with Lillard on the floor. And then if it's not working, then you get rid of him. You bring in Griffin or have an interim like Vin Baker that the team knows. He's been around the city forever. And see what he could do.
Yeah, because his lineup
What you're saying is logical, Lamont. I completely agree with you. I just think that Giannis forced out Budenholzer. I don't think because you got to understand Budenholzer
I agree with that
and Horst are boys. Though that's his boy. I feel Giannis forced Budenholzer out, and I think the final straw was last year when he wouldn't let Giannis guard the dude with the hair who had the hair, Jimmy Butler. I think he felt like he wasn't making adjustments, and then the adjustments that the players wanted to make, he wasn't allowing it. I think that was the final straw where Giannis like, we got to get him out of here. I also think Nurse, the reason we didn't hire him, I think it was financially based. I think he might have wanted too much money, and you don't have to pay a first-time coach that much money. And we're like, they were thinking like, this is just my perspective. Like they were like, okay, he was right under Nick Nurse. He should have absorbed this at least 80% of what Nick Nurse has done, and we can get him at a much cheaper rate. That's what I would think. That's what I'm thinking.
But do you put cheap gas in an expensive car?
Exactly. If we going for
no, but that's what the Bucks try to do. They try to put regular gas in a foreign.
Right, but if we chasing the title,
put regular gas in a foreign.
If we chasing the title, you gotta at some point, and in most top teams, and I'm including Golden State primarily in this statement, always go over that luxury cap.
Yeah.
You have to. You can't be conservative in sports. You can win maybe one time on a whim.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we got 3 years.
Yep.
Right.
Facts.
Right. And then we are in trouble. If those players don't stick around and win. We in trouble.
No, we are. I mean, honestly, 3-4 years, we're gonna be in a complete rebuild unless something amazing happens between that time. But
Giannis would have to extend.
Yeah, but again. And I'm not sure if he's young too. He's gonna be in his prime. Kid's gonna be a little older. I don't know. He might get a divorce and want to go to play for Miami and act a fool for it until he retired. Random question. I'm gonna be asking random questions throughout this stream. So, in the prime of your health, right? Do you think you could beat Brooke Lopez in a 100-yard dash?
I can beat Brooke now. I'll beat Brooke now. I got 1,000 on myself that I'll beat Brooke now. I'll cash app that nigga. Hey, bro. hey, I'll cash app him right now. He ain't running 7.5 on the treadmill. Hey, man, listen. I'm going to say what I said at the game, Mike. I think my mom's will give him all he can handle in a 40-yard dash. All he can handle.
Wait. In a 40? He might can beat moms in a 40, dude. That's just 2 steps from him. Come on, man. I know yanking. I don't know about the 40, not the 40. Give her some time, Give her some time to build up speed and momentum. Right. What do you think, Lamont? You think you can take him?
I mean, I would hope so.
Right, exactly, Lamont.
I don't have that much confidence in him or me.
All right. So I'm pivoting again. So with Philly, right? Philly looks way better without Harden. Not that he was even playing with the team, but they're really undefeated since us beating them. They haven't lost a game. Maxey dropped 50. They look better than Boston to me. And I think it's really more of a chemistry thing than anything because Embiid's been hooping too.
We don't have any chemistry.
Nah, that's a huge problem with us. But they're looking good. And meanwhile, I think the Clippers are 0-4 or 0-5 without Harden. They got Denver tonight. I think they're playing right now. They're kind of night and day now with, and you're not gonna tell me he's not a cancer. One team, he leads one team, they immediately start getting better. Cancer clears, person's feeling healthy, goes to the Clippers. They just start losing.
He like that dude from Goodfellas. Whenever he used to bet on something, everybody else wouldn't bet on that same thing. You remember that in Goodfellas? That you remember that?
Was that
good? Like, oh, you bet? Oh, I'm taking my money away. That's hard.
Wait, was that good? Was that Goodfellas, or was that the movie with De Niro and his son was dating a black chick?
No, that was Bronx Tale. This is Goodfellas, though.
Didn't that happen in Bronx Tale where he had to do?
Yeah, with
everything he
whatever
did.
the tall black chick was.
No. But wasn't there a scene where dude was gambling and he didn't want dude near his dice because he was bad?
No, that's a Goodfellas.
Well, that was Goodfellas. Okay, sure. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. But going back to Harden. I know they're 0-5, and I'm a bit of a Harden hater, but is it his fault? The Clippers did lose a couple games, I think, before he officially got traded there. Because I know you love Paul George, but I think his inconsistencies can be a problem because he'll shoot, 8 for 14, and drop 25, but then he'll drop 25 shooting 2 for 15 and, just get to the free throw line.
Right.
Like he's night and day. And I think that's a huge problem with the Clippers. I think it's more him, to be totally honest, than, Harden.
I think where the Clippers' mistake is they were playing good basketball. You had Russ playing like Russ. They didn't need to shake up that starting lineup.
Nope.
So if you bring Harden in, I understand that you probably made some promises to him, but he would have been coming off the bench.
He would have had to.
Yeah. because we're playing
And maybe
well.
they will
We
not.
got
Maybe
Russ.
that'll be the reason. I'm with you, Lamont, on that one. I'm with you.
Too late. Cancer's in there. It's
Yeah, no,
in there now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
And
spread
then
Man,
as
all
far
Harden
as
is living off of old bodies, man. I mean, he had a couple of good games in the playoffs last year, but that 20
No.
and 10 he had is suspect because if I got Embiid, I should be able to get at least 8 assists off rip.
And I don't get how he's I don't get how he's still being sought after. And not even for his basketball skills. He repeatedly does the same thing. Like you're not gonna keep
I mean, he can hoop.
Yeah.
No, he can, but you're not gonna keep shaking my hand and slapping me in the face with your other hand. You know, after a while, I'm gonna start. When you reach that hand out, I'm gonna be like, "Hold on," you know. I'm gonna want to, you know, I want to juke him, you know. So
Right.
I don't know how people keep falling for his nonsense.
Because his stats, if you look at his stats from last year, they're not bad, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you talk to other GMs, owners talk to each other. Like you got to know what kind of dude he is and what you're dealing with.
Well, he's only dealing with he. If you really think about it, he's real. Who are they talking to? Daryl Morey, because that's really the only person he's dealt with.
Yeah,
That's
There's
a
one
fact.
person that was his buddy.
true.
That he turned around and took a number 2 on.
That and
Yeah.
I would have to see, like, you know, if you dated some chick and you told me she was crazy, you know, and I start dating her, that's on me. I'm an idiot for dating her. You done warned and told me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people, coaches, management, they have to be at least whispering, like, you know, this dude is a handful. And people still do it anyway.
This is his last chance, though. Believe me and you, this is his last chance.
You think? I feel
Oh,
like
no,
it's
he
gonna
done
be.
after this because they don't really need him. He ain't giving you.
No,
He's not moving the
saying-
barometer on your team.
I'm saying he's like a pretty girl with a horrible attitude, and that's crazy. You know, somebody always gonna holler at her. You know what I'm saying? She's gorgeous.
Right.
Somebody always gonna shoot their shot to try to get at her. You know, and I think that's.
But I think the
hard.
difference. I think the difference now is, and I think we discussed this a few weeks ago. What team would need him?
Right, and it may not be this season. You know,
No. I'm saying even next year.
Yeah, I mean things happen, and you know, especially if your team may be rebuilding, and you maybe just want to throw him on there to try to get some ticket sales. Anything.
Yeah.
I kind of think anything can maybe happen to where, you know, somebody's going to try to pick him up. You know,
But I don't think a rebuilding team is going to want to invest that type of money in somebody like him.
Probably not. You know.
Yeah.
He only gonna hurt your team and
fault.
affect your young guys in a negative way, in my opinion. He's
Yeah.
a bad
Right.
influence.
Dude, that's what cancers do. There's nothing
Yeah.
positive coming out of cancer. Anyway.
He like hanging out with Michael Irvin without the production on the field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Irvin was wild, but he would get in the game and get it cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Him
Same with Lawrence Taylor.
Him and Jordan Poole probably hanging out with each other right now, which will make the most sense.
I was going to ask y'all about him, man.
Yeah.
Dude is a joke. He is a joke.
You know what though? You know what he is though? Jordan Poole is literally, he wasted his talents not doing nothing. You know, he's not trying to get better. You know, I think he got that check. He got arrogant. You know, he's doing some typical Milwaukee basketball player stuff. You know, that's what's crazy is, at least in my era or our era, Milwaukee was known for having attitude. Milwaukee players known for having attitude problems.
I know multiple good players that went over to D1 schools and left because they couldn't, quote unquote, get along with the coach. But I know what it really was. You want to do what you want to do and not listen to what they asking you to do. And I think Jordan Poole in Washington, he got the green light. He not gonna listen to nobody over there, bro. I
No.
see regularly him going 6 for 23 on a
Did you see the
regular
clip?
basis.
Have you seen the clip
Yeah,
where
I
he?
seen all his clips.
in the huddle in the
Yeah, where
timeout.
he's in where the clip where he's in the huddle and he's not even paying attention to the play. He's talking to somebody. Somebody tries to tell him to pay attention, and he like, I run this team. You know?
And threw the towel up.
Right.
Yeah, I think the biggest with him going to Golden State was a disaster because Kerr gives all the shooters the green light. He got a little too cocky. They gave him the money, and he still thinks that he's playing with Curry and all them guys. Yeah, he's sad, man. I'm so tired of him and Draymond.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
a Draymond fan. I'm not gonna even hold you, Lamont. Draymond be low key
Yeah, I
overrated
watched
to
it.
me.
I saw the
Yeah, I
interaction
watched it.
with him and Edwards.
Yeah, 2 nights in a row, he getting into it with Donovan Mitchell and then Anthony Edwards. Like
But I think he's one of those players to where
I'm a huge supporter of Anthony Edwards.
we're gonna talk about him later too. But I think he's one of those players that it's all low key WWE for him. You know, I think that I could see him asking Anthony Edwards to come on his show next week. Pause. And, you know, it would I could see that happening. You know, and talk about it. And I don't think that he has this animosity. I think it's all for show, and I think he's trying to draw them to get technicals, you know, and that type of stuff, getting under their skin. I think that's what he's good for at this point now.
He's an
he
antagonist.
definitely didn't have that energy with Tristan Thompson.
No,
Tristan was on his helmet.
Tristan crazy though. Like I think for real, he a little off in real life. You know, like yeah, and I think people know that. And honestly, I don't really think he really wanted smoke with Anthony Edwards. He was talking from a distance. He wasn't getting he wasn't getting in his face. You know, he was talking from a good 20 feet away, yelling. You know, you ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he ain't want that. He didn't want that at all.
Just to pivot back real quick to Jordan Poole, I just want to rattle off some real fast,
please.
gentlemen.
Yeah,
Jordan Poole has played 10 games this year. He's playing 28 minutes a game. He's shooting 41% from the field, 30% from three, 76% from the free throw line. He averages 2.4 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and 3 turnovers at 16.2 points a game.
Wow.
From last year, averaging 20 points a game, shooting 43% from the field, 33% from the three, 87% from the free throw line, 4.5 assists, 2.7 rebounds. Everything was better last year. Every category was better than he is this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that he was going to go into this season, especially playing in Washington, where he had the potential to maybe lead the league in scoring. But he needs to be back in the G League.
Kyle Kuzma's a better player than him. Kyle Kuzma's better than him.
The problem is he has the talent, but he doesn't have the discipline. You know, he's not going to be, and just think about it. Think how much better any player would be if they had the work ethics of a Jordan, a LeBron, a Kobe. You know, if you had that work ethic, I could tell you Jordan Poole would be a monster if he had that work ethic. You know, because he has the skill. Like, you know, he has the vision to do things that he just can't do. You know, because he don't work on his craft, and you could tell. It shows, and there's so many players. That's what makes a difference between somebody being, you know, a Batman and even an Alfred. You know, but we're gonna be playing that too a little later again too.
Yeah.
But hey, I do want to ask. So, with the league, the season's early in the NBA. However, I'm gonna rattle off some names so far, and you let me know if you think that they're an over or underachiever. All right. So far this year. Let's start off with Miami. Or they can be right where they should be.
I think they where they should be.
Yeah. I think
I
Miami is
agree.
like 6-4.
Yeah, 7-4. But that's the type of team they look like.
No, and that's probably doing better than they did last year because they were a playing team last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably I think that I agree. I think that they should be probably right where they at. What about you, Lamar?
What their record is? What 7-4?
Miami is 7-4. Yep.
Where they should be.
No, I agree.
Yep.
All right. What about? I'm just gonna go down the list. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
do. I already know the answer to this. Milwaukee. They're underachieving. I mean, yeah, they're underachieving for sure.
I actually think they're where they should be with a rookie head coach and new roster. I think they're where they should be. I was expecting 500 ball earlier, mostly for the first 20 games until they figure it out. So I actually think they're where they should be. I didn't expect them to come out and run off 10 straight or nothing like that. They don't have any chemistry.
I get it.
I think under because I was expecting a realistic 15-5 for the first 20, and they're not hitting that.
Huh.
Yeah, that's if
I don't
You
see
know
it.
what though, and quite honestly, that was probably a best case scenario situation. That things start, things gel, things work out like it should. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. All right. What about the Cavaliers? Now,
Under.
right now they're 4-6. Just for perspective.
I think they're where they should be.
I thought it was a little bit higher expectations of that team. Personally,
I think they slightly underachieving in my opinion because this was a playoff team last year. Them and the Knicks look a little shaky so far early in the season, but we look shaky. So
yeah, but they didn't
Right.
have a lot happen. So you think they're gonna be trash all year, Lamont? Basically,
No, I think that they're going to be hovering around maybe 5 games over 500 at the end,
okay.
and they'll be on the bottom of the playoff list.
So they kind of underachieving in right now because they're 4-6.
No, they're where they should be. It's early in the season.
Okay, all right. What about the Lakers? Now the Lakers right now are 5-5.
that's exactly where they should be.
Right.
That's to me, they should be happy at being 5-5 with some of the gameplay I've seen this year. I think they right where they should be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen Anthony Davis only missed one game so far, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
not his fault.
No, what I'm saying is, and they're 5-5, so they've been pretty much fully loaded, and are 5-5.
Yeah, true, but
Yeah,
I will
Gabe
say this:
Vincent.
the West is kind of stacked, bro.
The West is stacked, but but you still have okay. So then we'll go into another name then. Minnesota, who are overachieving. They 7-2 right now.
Yeah, overachieving. I agree.
I mean, but it's teams like that that you've lost to, that a lot of these underachieving teams like Golden State, who would be another team that's on my list of underachievers. These
I
teams are
think
losing to those.
Minnesota. To me, Minnesota is where they should be.
Right
I
now,
think this is what they.
right now, just with you saying that though, Minnesota would be a 3 seed right now if the playoffs started today, and it's only 9 games for them too. 10 for most. So we are talking early. So
Yeah, but the reason why I say that is because I think this is what they expected when they put that team together. When they got Conley, when they got Rudy Gobert, this is what they saw.
So
And you
then,
have Anthony Edwards and Daniel. You have a solid team there.
so then, what about Houston?
I just want to go back to just Golden State real quick. But Golden State's problem is that I'm just gonna cut right to it. Klay Thompson is washed. It's just what it is. He's not the same guy. Curry is still playing on a high level. Curry's averaging 30 points a game. He just hurt his right knee because he's been carrying that team on his back and his knee gave out. Klay Thompson is playing terrible
Well,
this year, fam.
I
Like,
think
I'm not gonna even hold you.
Clay's
Klay
biggest
Thompson is shooting
issue.
42% from the field, 34% from three, and damn near career low at the free throw line, 83%. And he averaging 16.1 points a game, second lowest of his career.
Clay's biggest issue too is I would accept the 16 points if his field goal percentage was higher, but I think Clay's biggest appeal and low key his biggest asset was his defense, and he's not that dude anymore. Clay used to be a really good defender, and I
Yeah.
don't and he don't have that. That ain't happening anymore. And so
He's slightly better than Pat Connaughton on defense right now.
Yeah, but if you take the numbers that you just ran off, you would take that from any player on your team.
no,
Right.
no.
Not your second best player, not your Robin.
I wouldn't. I'm not taking. No. Read his numbers again. Just the points and the field and three.
Okay, so point 16.1, field
I'll
goal
take that.
percentage 42%, 3-point percentage 34%.
No.
And that's a career low from the three. Career
I
low.
don't want that. I don't want that from nobody.
You
I
don't
want
want a 34% free throw? I mean, 3-point shooter?
No, not for a player he's really the second best player on that squad.
Correct.
You know, or a third option player. No,
These
and
are career low numbers, though, Lamont. You gotta understand these are career
I
lows
understand.
almost.
I understand that. But I think we put his numbers up against Middleton once before.
Okay.
yeah, we put up his career numbers. We talking about this year numbers is going to be different. You know, career, no. You know, I get it, but I'm saying right now, where he's at, and I think what his abilities are now, because at first we had the excuse like he ain't played in 2 years. He got to get his legs back, and he's had enough time now where that I don't know if we can keep using that as the reason anymore.
And just watching some of the games, I think Clay is one of those players that he has to get in a rhythm. And I think with Kerr trying to bring in Kuminga, Moody, and all those other players, I mean, that's going to affect them.
Yeah,
Because Kuminga and Moody get a lot of numbers. They're getting a lot of minutes.
Yeah, he just, to me, when I watch him, he don't look the same. Like he's
not the same. I agree with that.
And
I agree with that.
Yeah, but I think it's more than a step back. I think he's taking a couple steps back, and it don't look the same. I wouldn't
call him washed though.
I put it like this though. I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him.
Yeah.
It wouldn't come to a surprise.
Okay, so here's the question. Would you want him on your team?
Depending on what what the foundation of my team is.
I wouldn't take him over Middleton. I wouldn't take him over Middleton.
No, what I'm saying, are you saying with the team we have now, would I want to add him to the Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would add him, but I wouldn't want.
Or I would even, let's just say this: would you replace Middleton with him?
No.
Nah.
Not with.
I would.
Before this season, I maybe would have said that, but kind of now, no. I don't have the confidence in his game like that anymore. Middleton can still hold good defense. I think Clay.
And he's a facilitator.
Yeah, I don't see Clay. I don't see Clay as being a defender at all anymore.
I would take Clay because I know he's going to be available, even with those career-ending injuries, he's still giving you more production. The same production and playing more games than Middleton.
What's Middleton doing right now? And do you happen to have his stats?
Middleton is playing 18 minutes a game. He is shooting. He's played in 8 games, shooting 50% from the field, 32% from the 3, 78% from the free throw line, 3.5 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 11 points a game, and he's averaging 1.5 turnovers.
Yeah, I'll take him over Middleton. And I don't. The 32% at 3 doesn't bother me as much because he doesn't shoot at volume that Clay shoots threes.
Correct.
So I'm good.
Okay,
He's taking about 4
that's
threes.
kind
He's
of
taking about
unfair what
4
y'all
threes a
just
game.
did.
No, I'm good with his
Yeah.
three.
No. To me, that's unfair. First of all, his free throw percentage is lower and his 3-point percentage is lower. And he's the third option.
Right, but how many minutes does Clay play?
Let me see.
Because he's only at a 16-minute restriction right now. Chris Middleton.
Clay is playing 31 minutes a game.
No, I definitely give me Middleton because when he gets back in full stride, that he ain't gonna be. Them points aren't gonna be what they are.
If he gets back in full stride, and if you put Clay in the third, well, I'm just saying we're going off of his history. He hasn't been healthy.
True.
And if you put Clay as a third option on the Bucks, his production will go up. Getting wide open threes because you got to pay attention to Giannis and Day.
Maybe, but I would still. I would still need for him to be on the defensive end, which is where, which is normally has been our forte. I would really want him to play some defense.
Yeah, but Clay also was holding the other team's best players.
Yeah, but I don't think that he's can hold the third best player on that squad now, or on any squad now.
Yeah,
I think it's almost obsolete. His defense doesn't even get mentioned anymore. So
that's fair.
Is Tyrese Halliburton, is he an all-star?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He's putting up numbers. He's dropping 24, 4, and 12. That's crazy. It's impressive to be on that Indiana squad. Living in Indiana.
Beat Philly tonight, and they beat Philly tonight.
Oh, didn't know that. Living in Indiana alone should make you only average 8 points a game. I've been there. It's horrible.
Disrespect. Shout out to you.
And they're the highest scoring team in the league.
Yeah.
They're dropping 140.
They are definitely overachieving. They got a nice squad on paper.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think that trade was probably one of the most even trades made in recent history?
Absolutely, 100%. Every team got what they want because the Aaron Fox is that dude, and he that dude. It's a wash to me.
Yeah.
Well, the trade was
Tyrese. I'll take tell the full trade. Tell the full trade.
Yeah, the trade was a bonus for Halliburton.
Yeah,
I think that was both teams got exactly what they needed.
I think Indiana probably got the edge. If I'm being honest, I just don't. I like Sabonis. I just don't like. I feel like in 2-3 years, where is he going to be at as a player?
But in the time that he's been there, they've shot up on the Western Conference.
Definitely.
Agree.
Definitely.
And he's one of those players that low key will damn near give you a triple double every night.
I'm about to say, and he's consistent. You know exactly what you're getting with Sabonis.
Yeah, both teams made out real good in that trade. I like that. That's a hell of a trade.
Just to throw this out here to y'all, I know this is early in the season. I'm not taking that out of the equation. Sabonis leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks.
What's his numbers?
18. Let me get them specific. 18 points again. Oh, not points. Uh,
I was gonna say, dang.
De'Aaron Fox hasn't played. De'Aaron Fox was averaging 30, but he's only played 4 games.
Okay, no, makes sense.
So Sabonis averaging 18 points, 12.4 rebounds, 7.3 assists, 1 block, and only 2 turnovers.
And I bet his
34
points.
He
minutes
damn
a
near
game.
averaging a triple double.
I bet his points go up too over the season too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very random, real quick. Indiana has a dude on their team named Obi Toppin. If that's not the most pause-worthy name every time, his first name is Obi, right? And people probably
Yeah,
call
that's
him
Nick.
O for short, right?
Right.
So it's OB Toppin. You know what I'm saying? He has literally the most plausible name that you could probably say besides Dick Buckets.
Right. Shout out to him. R.I.P.
Just
Hey,
had
y'all
to
know
point
what? Just
that out.
looking at the Kings a little bit here. Malik Monk is actually producing for them.
What are he putting up?
Oh yeah.
He's getting 14 points a game. He wasn't doing that in Charlotte or nowhere else.
Oh, he was doing that
23
in LA.
minutes a game.
I was gonna ask. I thought he played solid in
He
LA.
was hooping in LA.
LA regretted getting rid of him and Caruso.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, no, they
He's
hate
got a
they
solid squad. Sacramento got a solid squad. You got Monk, Kevin Herter, solid. Harrison Barnes still give you good minutes. They
yeah.
just got a solid squad.
No, Harrison
And,
Barnes.
and if you scroll down the bottom of that list, and they got JaVale McGee just
Yeah.
just sitting there, and I still like him. I wouldn't mind him on the Bucks.
Oh, for sure.
I agree.
You know, he's you know what though was funny because we were talking about DeMarcus Cousins last week, and DeMarcus Cousins is what he should be. Like he should still be in the league, just playing places, and But I think like I don't know who it was last week where he's probably has more NBA attitude to stick around,
Right.
as opposed to Cousins.
JaVale?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Cousins probably don't know how to act, to be totally honest.
No, you don't. You know what it is though with Cousins in his defense? He remember what he used to be. JaVale McGee was a never was.
Yeah.
Cousins was a elite talent at a certain point for about 6 years, 7 years. He was elite, bro.
But I
And
think
to know that you don't got it no more, but think you got it, that's a terrible dynamic.
But I think the difference too is when Cousins was a scorer and a rebounder. JaVale McGee was never a scorer, so he didn't have to go out and still give you those numbers.
No
He
pressure.
just had to defend and rebound.
Yep,
That's
no
a
pressure.
valid point, Lamont. Valid.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, and it's not the same, but it's the same. Like I just saw this interview with Van Vliet, and he was like, if you 6'3" and under, you have to play defense. You got to play full court defense. You got to have a jumper, and you got to make plays. You have to. Otherwise, you're no good. And I think like with JaVale McGee, I think that he brought basic essentials that he could bring to any team to help you out. And he said he's energized and he seems to be a fairly positive dude. I totally get why somebody would want to just have him as a backup for a backup. Go for cheap, play for cheap.
Right.
It makes sense.
He give you energy when you need it.
Yeah.
And it got a high motor.
Where I could see DeMarcus Cousins getting mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tyson Chandler was better though. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you.
But you can stick around in the league if you just know how to act right.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I can see
Speaking
DeMarcus Cousins getting
the
mad.
Bucks could get to the reasonable. When we were just talking about the centers, I think Clint Capella would be somebody I would like on the Bucks.
I just think offensively, I'm not that we need it, but you gotta have it. And I don't think he's offensively. I think he's a liability offensively. I do like him for defense and rebounding, but I just don't. I'd rather have somebody else. I'd rather have somebody younger. I'd
I
rather
mean,
have.
my idea. I'm just saying, I would rather have him on the bench than Robin Lopez. Now, we talking about
Oh,
starters. Give me Miles
oh,
Turner. Yeah,
no.
if we
Well,
talking
when
about
you talking
starters,
about
give me
besides, yeah.
Miles Turner.
Well,
I'll
if you're
trade
saying
Miles Turner right now. I'll pack a Lopez bags myself and take him
for
to the
but they're
airport.
not, you think that they'll give up Miles Turner just for?
Oh, that team is solid now. They're not giving rid of nothing.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah. So they ain't getting rid of Miles
All
Turner.
that
we
Buddy
had our
Hield
chance
talk
to
is
try to
leaving out
do
the
it.
door now.
These cats want to get somebody that's 36 years old, 3 years, and 60. Man,
I'd rather have a bag of sand than have Robin Lopez on our squad. Literally a bag of sand.
they should have traded him while his value was high.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brooke.
That was my thing. I was preaching all summer. Let's trade Brooke. Get younger. I know what Brooke does. Brooke is a rebounder. He's not even a rebounder. He's a defender, but not really a defender. He's a help defender. He can't guard anybody. But if you funnel people to him, he can block shots, but he can't move. He can't
Because he
move.
gave us 8 blocks that game. Here's the
Right.
problem with the Bucks. We have given away all of. First of all, I don't know what draft picks we even got left.
2028,
then-
2026.
What, first round or second round? Or
I think it's a
second,
first round swap or something like that with somebody. It ain't gonna
and
be
then we
nothing.
don't have. And then we really don't have anything to trade without making our bench even thinner.
Yeah,
Because
but
I would like for them to go. I would like for them to talk to Washington about Gafford. Because Washington ain't going nowhere, so I'm pretty sure they would be willing to trade off some pieces. But
Hey.
we don't have nothing to offer.
I can tell you this: if it came down to where the chemistry's just not there, I am totally fine with just keeping Giannis, Dame, Bobby, and Middleton, and I replace pieces as the best I could. The rest is all washed to me. The rest is all gone. If it was up to me.
I'm not getting rid of Jackson Jr. or Beauchamp.
Oh, I'm sorry. My
Yeah,
bad.
I would get rid of
My
Middleton.
bad. I wouldn't get
Yeah,
excuse
I'd
me.
get
I
rid of
wouldn't get rid of
Middleton
Beauchamp. And actually, I would keep AJ Green too. I like the kid. I
Yeah.
would keep him. But I
I
would
think
definitely
Beauchamp
I
playing
would
better
move
and better
pieces
the more
though.
he played. Beauchamp is looking
Yeah.
better and better.
My point though is I would move move as many pieces
Mhm.
as I could, because if the chemistry isn't there, and it's not looking good.
And my highlight of any trade would be Middleton.
Yeah.
And yeah. No, yeah,
And he has value. And he has value.
And it's a
Yeah.
problem. It's a problem waiting to happen with Middleton.
Yeah.
No, you're right. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna play Batman, Robin, Alfred, Commissioner Gordon. I like Commissioner Gordon better than Civilian. That's hilarious. All right, so yeah, let me know where you think these players fall. And we were just talking about them. Tyrese Maxey.
Robin.
A hell of a Robin.
Right.
Yeah.
They might have Batman aspirations.
Yeah, he's Robin on steroids, for real.
Right.
Yeah, he's a little stronger than the average Robin. It's a little stronger. He got game.
He taking some gear. This Robin taking some gear.
Right. Creatine. Yeah.
He taking a little gear.
He got the keys.
Right. Yeah, because he's really, really close. Could he get too big for Philadelphia?
Maybe.
Could he get too big and want to be traded to his own team?
How about this? I put him and Desmond Bane on the same level. I think Maxey and Desmond Bane is on the same level.
He don't like.
No, I like Bane. I like Bane, but Maxey is different.
Okay.
He's been doing his best to hold down.
But now,
Memphis.
Lamont, just now, Mike, you can back me up on this, and this is to you, Lamont. Desmond Bain was carrying that team as the Batman while Ja Morant has been out these last couple of years, missing multiple games and keeping that team afloat as the guy. That's all I'm saying. That has to be taken into consideration in this comparison.
And I'll come back to you by saying, if you look at that Memphis team, and we spoke about this last time, they had pieces around him that fit perfectly. With Maxey, he's never been in a position. You had James Harden there. So Maxey was never able to actually run that team.
He'll get his chances. He's going to get his chances because Embiid isn't going to play 82 games. So we'll definitely see this year what he can do when something happens to Embiid.
But you get where I'm coming from, though, Lamont. You get where I'm coming from, though, right?
Yeah, but he's putting up some monster numbers, man.
Right, yeah, no, I agree.
All right, I got an interesting one. Jimmy Butler.
Robin.
Batman.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that
he's been Batman and ain't won nothing.
Yeah,
but he the reason they get there though too.
See, last year was a lucky year, and then the bubble I don't count for nobody.
My man.
I think it was.
I don't count that at all. No Mickey Mouse ring. Count a championship where Daffy Duck go on lunch break to shoot around, and you telling me that's a championship? You like, man, listen.
But I think, and I agree with Jimmy, but with Lamont on the Jimmy Butler statement. I think what Jimmy Butler is, he has moments in time where he gets hot. You know, I don't know if, and you don't see it. I feel like you never see it through 82 games. You know, I feel like you just see it in the playoffs or, you know, during the end of the playoffs or, you know, I think he's a hell of a player. But I still think that if he had somebody that was running the show in Miami, they'd be a dominant basketball team. I thought they got hot last year.
Well, and think about it. As a Batman, or whatever he's called, he couldn't get over the hump in Minnesota, and they had a hell of a team. Same thing with Philly.
Right.
So, and the two times that he made it to the finals, they were both questionable.
Yeah. Like you said, the bubble is to me. Say what you will.
Yeah.
There's some valid points being made here. I got to give some respect. There's some valid points being made here. I just mess with Jimmy a little bit, man.
All right.
Oh, I like him, but I don't give him Batman.
What about Anthony Edwards?
Oh, Batman. Oh, Batman.
I agree.
It's not even no debate. That's my when Giannis and them retire, even now, I mess with Ant Edwards heavy. He got
his
dog
game.
In him. He got dog in him and aggression. I like that.
Nope, I agree.
I knew this was going to be
Milwaukee East Side dudes. Go ahead, though.
Slow down.
Shout out to the East Side.
Holden Garfield, baby. Stand up.
Here we go. Shout out to the
East. Shout out to the East Side.
Right, he like that.
Hey, that man memories right now.
Right. He know what it is. Shout out.
But I like them coming out of Georgia.
Nah, he
a walking bucket. He a walking bucket, bro.
I like that he takes it to the back. Yeah, I'll say I love that he takes it to the basket and got a decent jumper. He's dangerous.
He plays some defense too now. He not getting cooked out there. He don't get cooked out there like that.
No, you're right.
I'm gonna say something, and I don't want it to be a prisoner of the moment, but I'm gonna say it.
You said that twice already.
He reminds me as a young D Wade. He reminds me a little bit of a young D Wade.
I like his jumper. I like his jumper better than D Wade's jumper, to be honest.
Yeah.
Last person. Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh.
Robin. for the same reasons I said about Butler.
Yeah.
You had a
You
solid
right.
team
Yeah,
in Utah.
Robin, I'm done. Robin, yeah, I'm not going.
But
He
unlike,
has moments though too to make you think he Batman. Sometimes he'll have some stretches. You be like, man, Mitchell is cold.
but okay,
Yeah.
wait. It's different with Jimmy though, in my opinion, because okay, this season, for example, he's averaging almost 29. I mean, can you really call him a Robin?
And what's their
20
record?
29,
Right,
5, and 5.
right. There we go. There we
Right.
go. Cut straight to
That
it.
part too, you know. But I'm just saying. I mean, you can be a Batman and still have a high crime rate in in Gotham.
That was hard. That was hard right there. That was hard right there. The high crime rate is wild. Oh, that was wild.
I'm just saying though, he's averaging almost 30.
Lamont thinking about
Okay,
it. He want to say Batman.
I kind of have to put him at a Batman. You can't.
Lamont,
30.
I want to see what Lamont about to say. Hold on, Mike. What?
No, because he was a Batman.
I think he still is. Their team just
Yeah.
sucked. Whether it's his,
I
whether
Yeah,
it's
I
his
think
fault
if
or
he's
not.
your
No.
second, I think if he's your second option, like if you put him on the Bucks, even if you take Lillard out and you put him on the Bucks with the Drew Holiday, I think he would shine as the second option.
Okay, I would say I would have been equally as happy if I would have got him in
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Pause.
Yeah. I don't know. I say Rob.
All right. So, another question. The Mavericks 8-2 right now. How long do you think the Luka and Kyrie relationship lasts?
Same thing.
Right. How long do you think that's gonna last before
As
they
long
fall
as they
out?
win it, they'll be cool. I think the friction will happen if they start losing because it's gonna be finger pointing.
But I can see, regardless of them winning, I could see Kyrie being aggravated with how much he holds the ball. That is definitely affecting his game.
He might be, but he's not in a position to talk reckless.
Wait. You're saying Kyrie Irving is not in a position to talk reckless?
Not at this point after what he was doing with the whole COVID thing like that.
Right.
He can't really.
That's why I say that you're talking about a dude who had the COVID thing, thinks the earth is flat, highly outspoken about, personally, I think about things that he's not fully knowledgeable on.
Right.
So no, I think he's very capable of voicing his opinion about not being happy.
What was your question?
Do you think,
how long do you think it'll last?
Yeah, the relationship is going to last.
Before they move on from it, or before
it fizzled out? No, before it fizzled out and it's a problem. They start bickering at each other.
Next year.
I don't know how long
is Kyrie. 2 seasons. That's okay.
Yeah.
And maybe Kyrie might be cool with what's going on, to be honest.
I kind of agree with you though. If it's a problem, if they start losing, then somebody gonna say something.
Right. But
Luka,
I do see Luka actively doing 2-man games with Kyrie. Even if he's holding the ball, they kind of play with each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ball is either touching with either one of their hands. You know what I'm saying? Most times down the court.
Probably mostly Luka's hands though.
Correct. Luka's extremely ball dominant. Luka can't play off the ball.
You know what, Am? I'm gonna agree with you. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't think Kyrie really care about women.
I agree though.
That's a fair point, bro.
I think he got a ring already. I think he's good. Yeah, I think he's good.
He won his chip, and he hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history.
Yeah, so I think if anybody starts complaining, it'll be other players maybe, or Luka.
Yeah, or Luka,
or the fans or whatever. But I think Kyrie cool.
But I don't know. I still think that if he's not getting the rock like he wants to in his hands, I still think it'll be a problem. But
It may be
I
in time.
I can tell you though that Luca probably won't even say nothing about it. He'll just do that little dumb smile, laugh thing.
Oh yeah,
That'll
shout
be
out
his
to him
way.
for doing that.
That'll
Wow,
be his
yeah.
way of communicating. He do that little stupid laugh. Hate it so much.
Is Luca a Batman?
Yes.
Even though he hasn't won anything,
Yeah.
nor got to the finals.
Yep. He hit big shots. He just ain't got there yet. It's gonna happen, in my opinion. But I can't predict the future. But even with that, he's still regular season hit big shots. He gets them at least being over 500. He can drop 50 at any moment. Yeah,
So then, what makes him better than Donovan Mitchell?
I said Donovan was a Batman.
Okay, all right.
I don't see you winning with Luca as your go-to person.
And again, I don't think that dispels you from being a Batman all the time. If you putting up numbers don't lie. Like if you dropping 30, even if you losing, I can't deny that.
Right.
It's just
like
hard
Okay,
Steph
so
Curry. He's dropping 30, they losing, but he's dropping 30 and shooting like 50%. You know what I'm saying? So
because you know who I always
then
who I always put as an example, even though they won some, but Dominique Wilkins. Like not that they were getting stumped, but they never got over that hump to. He never went to the finals with Atlanta, has he?
there was no chance of him going to the
No.
finals.
But he
Kevin
was
Willis being your second best player,
but
Doc Rivers,
he
they
was
had no chance.
he was a Batman though.
Yeah, he was. He was definitely the bus driver, but
That's what I'm
he
saying.
had no passengers.
Just saying though, but he was putting up numbers and they wasn't winning
Yeah.
like that.
well, if we're looking at it like that, then hell, Westbrook and Harden are Batmans.
Or were Batmans at a certain point in their career.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they are.
Yeah, I think at one point Harden was. I mean, again, like you putting up 38 and 8, like you can't.
We gotta take. We gotta start taking that for granted. Them points, a lot of that was smoke, bro. Because he was shooting 15 free throws a game. He shoot 90% from the line. It wasn't like he was shooting 40% from the 3-point line and 50% from the field. A lot of that was from the free throw line. Soon as they stopped giving him all them calls, his points per game dipped dramatically.
When we say Batman or Robin, the way that I look at it is, with that person as your primary, will they win? And I don't see that happening with Luka. The only time that they made it to the Western Finals was with him out and Brunson in.
And you know what? And let me tell you though, I'll say this, and I'm going to agree with you because Am can contest to this. For years, my definition of a superstar was you should be able to drop 50 at any point, and one of the things was you got to get your team to the playoffs. So with that said, then I still would have Luka as and I think that would separate though a lot of players that you said, because I don't know if Westbrook has ever even been in a situation where he was running an entire team and got him to the playoffs.
Yeah, that OKC when after Durant.
Oh, the triple
double years.
But was he? Did they make the?
Yeah, they just got put out early.
I mean, was it just once?
No, multiple. He went with Paul George. Paul George is actually.
Well, no, then that's somebody else. I'm saying where.
But he was running the team.
Yeah, he was running the team.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's done it once or twice. I still don't. I'm a Russ hater though. So
I just look at Luka as hard. I'm gonna keep on saying that.
No, winning does count, but Luka's been winning.
Well, Harden was too.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, I think he was a Batman at one point too, though. I think he was that dude. Harden, yeah, I think he was that dude. I mean, he just wasn't winning. You couldn't stop what he was doing individually.
So yeah, if you're gonna say yeah, he was a Batman, I agree. Definitely was a Batman at a certain point in his career. He was a Batman.
You know, can I just randomly point out again something else that
Hmm.
it's doing it now? It just started doing
That's
it.
crazy.
But I want to point out
I
quick.
think that happens when y'all be wrong so much.
Hey, report.
Oh, shots fired!
Because
Shots
I'm the only
fired!
one that can't hear it.
It start overloading.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's like, what are they talking about?
but you realize,
Ah.
do y'all realize nothing happened to Dana White after he slapped his wife? No one even talks about that no more. Nothing
That
happened.
is true.
He slapped her. He slapped her on national TV for the world to see. Nothing happened.
But that's why he did it, because he know nothing is gonna happen.
Oh,
PTW.
that
I
was
mean, no type of pushback from the public or
nobody.
nothing.
Nobody. They don't even talk about it no more. It never happened. He
Mhm.
never slapped that woman. Let's switch up quick to football before this thing circuit out. But we still got to talk about football. We can be quick about it, but
Yeah.
football last week, best week so far, from a watching sports standpoint.
Agreed.
Best week of football so far. But Packers lost 19-23. I want to give Jordan Love some time. I'm gonna give him some time to, I'm gonna give him at least another season before I start saying get rid of him, because I gotta give him some time, and he got to get some form of talent receivers
Yeah.
out there, because there's no way we should have lost that game. Dude, Pickett 14-23, no touchdowns.
Pickett is just above trash.
Right, we can't stop the run though. Warren ran for
Why are you
100.
saying that all like you can't believe it? We haven't been able to stop the run since Joe
Yeah.
Barry's been employed by
We
the
lost
Green Bay
3
Packers.
touchdowns to the run, though. Jesus Christ, 3. Why aren't we blitzing
We
every
haven't stopped the
time?
run since Charles Woodson was there. That's
But
the last time we stopped the run.
if Pickett's throwing only 23 times, why aren't we blitzing just crazy? We should have been blitzing that entire game.
You see, the problem with you, Mr. Mike O, is that you're using common sense and logic. You have to throw that out the window in what we got going on. You saying 1 + 1 = 2, sir. That is not true in this equation. In this equation, 1 + 1 could equal 4, 7, 10, anything. Joe Barry is an idiot.
I just wanted to poke the bear.
Man, Joe Barry.
I just wanted to poke the bear. But I do want to get Love a chance, man. There's passes that I see that are off that I like. If he got better, he can make that. And I see that a lot. So I really want to give him a chance.
He needs to get protection, and we need to be able to run the ball. We haven't run the ball well this year.
I think 70 yards ain't bad.
That's terrible in a whole game.
We have 2. Remember though, we have 2 backs that we almost split time with. So it's kind of a
Check this out. Hey, I don't even know
Jones,
who Jaylen Warren is. He had 100 yards.
Who?
Exactly. Jaylen Warren from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I saw that.
15 carries 1-on-1
for a touchdown. And Harris had 82
and a touchdown. They ran the ball for 205 yards, 5.7 yards a carry, and 2 touchdowns. Why do you still have your job, Joe Barry?
Right. And I agree. You got to make some.
When is Love's contract up? Is this his final year of the rookie contract?
Next year, I think.
Yeah, so him and LaFleur next year is their make it or break it year.
I think LaFleur might be gone in this offseason. I will say on the positive, Luke Musgrave is starting to come around.
He had a decent game. He had a decent game.
I mean, look at if A.J. Dillon to have that 40-yard run, we didn't do anything. He did. He's man.
Yeah, because Dylan only gave 70 yards or something like that, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
On 9 carries, and then Aaron Jones had 13 carries for 35 yards.
But what was our total rushing yards?
24 carries for 116.
116. You got to take that as
How many receiving yards did Jones have, though?
19.
Yeah.
We don't look good offensively. We're terrible defensively, and we can't protect the quarterback, and we can't run the ball.
Yeah.
We're not a good team. We're not well coached.
Right. Well said. So,
Right.
did you guys think that Harbaugh's sentence was fair, or was it too light for Michigan? He really only got 3 games because he got suspended for the season.
I think they pulled a slick move by doing it on that Friday, knowing it was a holiday. They couldn't find a judge to file an injunction.
Yeah.
So and it's the weekend that they play in Penn State. So I think it was a slick move. I think it was fair.
Okay. It wasn't too light?
Nah.
Not too heavy?
I actually think what he did was pretty genius.
Because that's just the Big Ten. The
Right.
Big Ten imposed that. So he might still face penalty from NCAA.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yeah.
Good point.
Right.
Kind of like you got state charges, but then you still got some federal ones too. You got to account for.
Right. And I'm
more people to
assuming
talk
he'll
to.
leave the country before the feds come.
Right. You leave court to be somebody right there waiting for you.
Right.
Right. He's going straight to the NFL.
So
He going straight to the NFL. Wow. We could use it. I like somebody like that. They do whatever it takes to win. He on his Lance Armstrong side of the game.
So Aaron Rodgers vows that he's going to come back this year. After that injury he took. Now, if dude comes back, I for real need to know what kind of like mutant serum this man has been taking for him to come back from with ACL, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Achilles.
Oh, Achilles, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
He on some gear. He just taking some gear to recover. A little cream in the clear.
Do you think he borrowed whatever's in LeBron's medicine cabinet?
No, he's borrowing whatever was in Adrian Peterson's medicine cabinet when he came back to like that ACL in like 4 weeks. That man came back in like 4 weeks, bro.
Right. And snap.
They ran for 2,000 yards. Y'all don't understand that when he did that?
No, I remember that.
But that's an ACL. We talking Achilles.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the Achilles hold your whole.
Kobe a beast.
If he starts losing hair, then he definitely taking whatever LeBron has in his medicine cabinet.
You start seeing pimples on the back of his neck all over the place.
LeBron can't even get hurt for real.
He juiced up.
Man.
Right. No, I agree. So like
he's definitely stay healthy.
I wouldn't bring him back this year.
Yeah, why?
You think the owner is gonna? The owner feel like we got this man for another 2 years, maybe.
Right.
Get out
there.
there.
And their quarterback is trash.
Get out there.
Zach Wilson is really bad, bro. Zach Wilson is an awful quarterback.
I don't think Zach played bad last.
He did
last Sunday, right? Yeah, he had a decent game.
But so would you let Rodgers come back?
Why not?
Knowing huh?
Yeah, why not? We only got him for a couple of years.
I think
because if he get hurt again, then you're done. After all you've given up.
Yeah, I guess.
You're done.
I kind of feel like they think they might be done already.
Right.
40-year-old man with a Achilles. That doesn't look
Damn.
good.
Well, that's why I would let him rest this year,
And-
off season, and
Yeah.
then come into training camp healthy, and then we'll see what we can do.
No, I agree with you on that.
Zach Wilson has 5 touchdowns and 6 interceptions this year with a quarterback rating of 74.
Oh, fair enough. He's trash. He's trash. Fair enough.
BYU at its finest.
Right.
There's never been a BYU quarterback.
Steve Young.
Oh, that's the only one. What was little Ty Detmer was he played for a little bit. Yeah,
Ty
Steve Young was my
Detmer.
guy though.
So it was plenty good games this Sunday. Just to point out a few. That Texas and Cincinnati game. That was a great game.
Agreed.
Texas. Now, I was talking to, I don't know who I was arguing with about this, but they were saying that because of Texas' record, he won't get he may not get a Pro Bowl spot.
Why not? They're 5-4.
And what my argument was though is his numbers are equal to Mahomes right now.
Correct.
Matter of fact,
If not
they're better. They're better. He has less interceptions than Mahomes. I think Mahomes has more touchdowns, but a lot more interceptions.
And I'm gonna say something that might sound crazy. The Texans have a better offense than Kansas City, and they have more weapons. They got more weapons,
Devin
bro.
Singletary?
Bro, Noah Brown, Schultz, Tank Dell, them cats is deep, bro. He ain't passing the scrubs.
Noah Brown's had 172 yards receiving. Singletary had $150.
150 on 30 carries. They trying to kill him, but go ahead.
But you
And
average
then
5
Stroud at
yards.
356.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? That's a real offense, bro.
Dude, but he's averaging 5 yards a carry that game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He a walking first down.
Yeah, that's old school. What's my man from the Titans? 22.
Henry.
Yeah, that's what Henry used to do in his prime.
Yeah.
You know, and the crazy part about it, and I mentioned it to you guys in our group chat. If you look at, they got rid of J.J. Watt, franchise. They got rid of Watson, franchise. You get rid of Hopkins, franchise, and they bounce back beautifully. They look good.
That's what happens when you have a great GM.
But you know what's crazy about, one thing to point out in that Texas Cincinnati game is Cincinnati didn't run the ball at all. It was obsolete, like 46 yards Mixon had. He was the leading.
Yeah, he's not looking at good.
Joe Mixon.
No, he was their leading rusher, which was crazy. All right, I hear the static popping up again. It's making me paranoid. So I'll be quick. We can get into the NFL. Last week was kind of bad for everybody.
Yeah.
But me and Am tied for 8, and Lamont has 7.
Okay. All right. I didn't think it was gonna be that. Okay.
He paused like I would have 4 or so.
No, I'm still
He's trying to start on Lamont real quick.
No, I'm laughing.
He said Lamont had 7.
Right. Well, you did have less. You did have less.
Yeah.
That's my whole. As long as I beat you, I feel happy.
Okay.
Good, man. You was calling me a 8-8, nigga. I ain't like that.
Well, hey, that was the battle then.
Hilarious.
All right, we'll see this week. All right. This Thursday game, great game. Bengals and Ravens. in Baltimore.
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens too, even though their
I'm going
defense
Ravens.
failed on them this week.
But I think they'll have a point to prove this week. Now I think they'll have a point to prove. Coming off
both
choking
teams
the
have a
game
point
away.
to prove. All right, Chargers Packers.
Chargers.
Damn, why you laugh like that, fam? Like it wasn't even a thing to think about. Why you laugh like
It's
that?
not.
Another good one.
Dirty as hell.
Another good game. Steelers and Browns.
Shut up.
Steelers Browns.
Browns.
It's in Cleveland. I'm gonna go Browns.
Yeah.
Cardinals and Texans in Houston.
Texans.
Titans
Why did they start
Jaguars.
playing Murray?
You said what?
Why did they all of a sudden just start playing Kyler now? That was so weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know why they, but I guess the money they paying, like you better get out there, boy. We paying you all that money, boy. Get out there.
Right.
Get out there, boy.
Damn.
Can you walk? Can you walk, boy? Then get out there. Put your
He
helmet
put
on.
up. He had a decent game.
He did. But I thought they were trying to tank and trade him.
Me too.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Titans Jaguars. Did we say that one? No.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I have no faith in them anymore. I'm going Jaguars. Raiders Dolphins
Where's the game?
in Miami.
Oh, we're going Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins. As much as I like Antonio Pierce and want him to do good and keep that job, I'm gonna go Miami.
All right, Cowboys Panthers, easy one. I'm sure
Cowboys.
everyone Cowboys.
Cowboy.
Bears and Lions in Detroit.
Lions.
Going Lions.
Right. Yeah.
Now this one might be interesting. Giants and Commanders.
Commanders.
Going Commanders.
What's the next one?
Tampa 49ers. I'm going 49ers.
49ers.
Jets and Bills. That might be a good game.
Bills will be good this game. I got the Bills in a blowout.
It's at home. I'm going Buffalo.
I got Buffalo in a blowout. That's that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo. Josh Allen is horrible, though.
Who are you
Here
going
we go.
for?
I knew that was coming.
Are you going Buffalo or the Jets? I'm sorry. Did you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo, but Allen is dude. Ugh.
He looking real average right now.
Seahawks and Rams.
Seahawks.
I'm going Rams in Seattle. I mean, it's in LA. I'm going Rams.
I'm gonna go Seattle.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Seattle, man. I don't know who the Rams quarterback is.
Stafford.
No, he hurt.
Playing?
I show him playing.
Okay.
Maybe it's somebody, but that's who they show. That's who they have starting as quarterback.
Yeah, I'm gonna still go Seattle.
Okay. Vikings Broncos in Denver. I'm going Denver on that one.
Winning. This is weird.
Yeah, I'm going Denver on that one. In Denver, I'm going Denver.
Against the Vikings?
Against the Vikings.
I'm gonna go Vikings. Yeah, I'm going Vikings.
Damn. I'm gonna go Denver.
All right.
Monday night, good game. Eagles and Chiefs in Kansas City, though.
Eagles.
Chiefs.
I'm going Eagles.
I'm going Eagles.
No doubt, I'm going Eagles.
Stop.
Don't hate. Hey, 7 is almost 8. You'll get there.
And can we give the Raiders a shout out for having a black head coach, black GM? I mean, they breaking down barriers. They looking real good.
No, I agree with that.
And a black woman in charge.
A black who?
woman in
Yeah.
charge.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Salute.
Yeah.
Hey,
So that's the reason why
before
I
we get
want them
out of
to
here,
win,
quick
but that
question.
is my
Yeah, no, shout out to the Raiders. Quick question. Are the Patriots bad because of coaching or quarterback play?
Definitely
I think,
quarterback play.
well, yeah. And I think, and we talked about this in the chat, I think Belichick is overhyped. I think now you're starting to see
Well, is it that he's overhyped or is he outdated?
overhyped.
Mm.
I just would like to bring this up. Let's not forget some of the quarterbacks that he had looking good to get checks now from back in the day. Let's get Garoppolo and got a check behind being with Belichick. What was the dude that went to the Vikings before then? There was a backup, Matt Castle. He had him winning games 11-5. I really think quarterback play is a problem. I mean, Mac Jones
Drew
is
Bledsoe.
thrown 10 touchdowns and 10 picks.
Drew Bledsoe got $100 million contract or something crazy. He got like a humongous contract.
You don't
Well, I
think the
think that was
Patriots would be
under
better
that was
if they
under
had a
Parcells.
Lamar Jackson or somebody like that? I mean,
Oh, was that Parcells?
Yeah, that was Parcells.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
But I guess here's my thing. None of them have won anything. He won his championships with Brady as the quarterback. Even off of his tree, his coaching tree, nobody has been successful. None of his coaches have been successful.
Well, it may come for a later time.
I still mess with Belichick though. I think he just don't have the talent. I mean, Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi are not gonna get it done.
But Lamont's gonna say
But he's the
he picked
GM.
him. Yeah.
Agree, and I'm like I respect Brady and everything, but that team he came to in Tampa Bay was stacked. They were stacked at every position. So it's not like he took a team of scrubs and won a championship. They signed everybody that year.
But they weren't winning before him.
Well, because they had
They won the
famous
Super
Jameis.
Bowl his first year.
Right, because they had famous Jameis.
I'm just saying, they won a Super Bowl the first year, and Belichick hasn't done anything since.
Understood, but I'm just saying he hasn't had a quarterback either. You need a quarterback. Look at the Packers. The only difference in our team is no Aaron Rodgers, and we look trash. Matt LaFleur getting exposed. Everybody getting exposed.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But again, Belichick picks those quarterbacks. He's the general manager too. So I mean, he
need to put the mic
poor
down.
eye for talent.
Yeah, he need to get off of that. Yeah, he needs some help. He needs some help. Yeah, I don't even know why you would select Mac Jones. Mac Jones don't even look like an NFL quarterback. He look like he should be teaching philosophy at BYU.
They already in rebuild mode, which is horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Again,
they got some like the Ramondre Stevenson. He a solid running back to me.
They didn't do anything to get in rebuild. It's looking sad for him.
I don't even know anybody on 18. But let's go ahead with the picks. My bad. Let's go ahead with the picks.
No, that's it. We picked them up.
That was it.
That was it. So, all right, we out until next week. Right. Salute you, dudes.
All right. See y'all next week.
For sure.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all in the chat. All right, bro.
All right, y'all.